reality from the east to west. Raiders fans are the best. Allegiance never fail. Click the link, get the mail. Lunatic Raider here. Podcast live and clear. Get your coffee ready. Fans so loud and steady. Tune in, catch the vibe. Raiders ride or die. Subscribe, like and share. Sunrise everywhere. Podcast that we bear. Lunatic Raider in the air. Hot takes every day. Huddle up, we play. Into the sunrise. From the east to west, Raiders fans are the best. Allegiance never fail. Click the link, get the mail. From the east to west. Lunatic Radio here. Podcast live and clear. Get your coffee ready. Fans so loud and steady. Tune in, catch the vibe. Raiders ride or die. Subscribe, like, and share. Raiders sunrise everywhere. Podcast that we bear. Lunatic Raider in the air. Hot takes every day. Huddle up, we play. Into the sunrise eye. Raider Nation night. Tune into the sea. In silver and black we dream. Podcasts every street. It's the Raider team. From the east to west. Raiders fans are the best. Allegiance never fail. Click the link, get the mail. Get your coffee ready. Fans so loud and steady.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Raider Nation, stand up.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What it do, Raider Nation? Happy Mickey Ficky Thursday, man. Welcome to another episode of Raiders Sunrise Live with yours truly, Lunatic Raider, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. We about to kick it in gear this morning, you feel me? We're going to talk about creating a monster. Creating a monster. What kind of monster are we creating? We're going to look at the defensive side of the ball. We're going to get some feedback from Rob Ryan as well as Antonio Pierce himself, breaking it down as far as the new additions and what we can look forward to this season, man. Shout out to everybody in the world's most dangerous chat. You know what it is, you know what it was, and you know what it always shall be. Raider Nation, you feel me? Shout out to y'all, man. Let's jump into it real quick, man, before we get into the nitty-gritty. Graham Cam, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the morning, man. Let's go. Jameer Akbar, man. What it do, man. Top of the morning. Yes, indeed. We got Billy Davis in the building, man. Salute to you, my guy. Top of the morning. Lawrence E is in the house. Salute, man. For real. We got Deseret in the building, man. Salute. Top of the morning, man. Alex, what it do, man? Salute to you, my brother. Top of the morning. Eugene Powell right in the kisser. That's right. You smack her right dead in her mouth when she talk back. And I'm talking about the game of football. Let's go. Ha Fear Raider, what it do, man? Salute to you, man. Mike G in the building. Salute to my guy, man. Always good to see you. Tom Leon, what's the deal, man? Salute. Good morning to you, man. Yes, indeed. Alfredo, the boss with the sauce. What it do, what it do, what it do, man. My 2 cents, what it is, man. Good morning to you as well. Good to see you here. Eagletarian 207 in the building. Yes, indeed, man. Hey, we thick up in here. Lawrence E, what it do, man? Salute to you. Top of the morning. Raider Syndicate in the building. Let's go, man. Let's go. We ain't playing no motherfucking games this morning. It's Raiders or nothing. You feel me? Yes, indeed. Frankie Sanchez, good to see you, my brother. Top of the morning, man. Hope all is well with you, man, for real. See you in a minute. Yes, indeed. Trigger Raider Nation for life in the building, man. Salute. Let's go. Let's go. Samaj, what's the deal, man? Top of the morning, man. My guy right there, my brother from another mother, man. Keep the P's and B's with ones in them. You feel me? Salute to you. Tony Sheffer, what it do, man? Salute to you, my brother. Tops, man. Good to see you here. Man, it's good to see all y'all, man. For real, for real. Y'all be thinking I be bullshitting about that, but I'm for real. Because like I said, it's boy, when you be missing out on people and then you hear some bad news of why you ain't seen them, that shit hurts your soul. You feel me? So shout out to everybody out there, man. The world's most dangerous chat is in the building. Yes, indeed, man. It's another episode, Raider Sunrise Live with your boy right here, Lunatik, man. We're going to jump into some defensive side, talking about creating a monster. I think the Raiders are creating a monster, boy. And we're going to see how they're doing it. We're going to listen to them break it down and getting a good spectrum of what it is that they're doing to approach this team and to make it better. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on deck tomorrow, y'all. Don't worry. What the fuck Friday? We jumping off tomorrow, man. We're going to get back into the regular groove of things. Possibly if things don't pop up, like they've been popping up on me, man. But I've been dealing with them. So I'm here. I'm rocking and rolling. Don't trip. Sam Tanker. Hey, Dirty Lunatic Show might be jumping off tomorrow night. As well as Saturday night. So just stay tuned, though. Stay tuned. I'm not making no promises. Like I said, I want to do these things, but things pop up where, you know what I mean, I got to put my attention elsewhere. But before I continue on further, y'all know what it is. Salute to the world's most dangerous chat. And like I say, man, without you, there's no me, and without us, there's no nation. You see, you know what it's about, man. It's about the shield. So with that being said, man, hey, salute to the real nation, the motherfucking Raider Nation. Bottoms up. That's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. Let's get into the nitty gritty of the show, man. You know what it is. We're going to talk about, as you can see by the thumbnail, creating a monster. Well, what do you mean by that, Lunatic? I'm going to tell you. Just slow down, young bull. Slow down. We ain't got to run down the hill to fuck a cow. We can walk down there and get them all. You feel me? So, hey, Tony, that's right, man. Salute. You know what I mean? Hey, I fresh off work at 5 a.m. I'm on my motherfucking bar grid, on my bar thing. You feel me? But on some real shit, let's get into this Raider content, man. This is what we want to do. All right. So, like I was telling you, the name of today's show is called Creating a Monster. The reason being that if you look, and we're talking about the defensive side, we'll discuss the offensive side Monday. But right now, we're going to talk about the defense. Creating a monster. Well, whatever you mean by that, we're going to break it down. Matter of fact, I'm not going to break it down. I'm going to give you my feedback after we listen to Rob Ryan, which Rob Ryan comes from a tree of defensive-minded individuals, from his father with Buddy Ryan. Buddy Ryan was rocking with the 85 Bears that won the Super Bowl versus the New England Patriots. Then you have Rex Ryan. Everybody know about Rex, was former head coaches in what was he in New England? The Jets. The Jets is the one that he tried to, he got close, but no cigar, if I remember right. But twins of Rob Ryan, sons of Buddy Ryan, who, one of the most decorated defensive minds ever in the NFL. You know what I mean? What he did with that 85 Bears team was one of the most, and this is the key thing that's crazy. And this is all going to play into the part of what the Raiders put together to try to build this team, creating a monster defensively. Rob Ryan, like I said, he comes from Buddy Ryan. Buddy Ryan, one of the best defenses ever to do it in the 85 Bears. Also on this team, we got Marvin Lewis, one of the best defensive coordinators ever from the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. You got guys on this team that come from the cloth of defensive prestige. You know what I mean? These are two of the most dominating defenses that ever play in the NFL. And we got both either associated by one degree or actually was there front faced and centered with the 2000 Baltimore Ravens and Marvin Lewis. And we can't even deny Antonio Pierce what he did and what they did against the New England Patriots with the New York Giants with that defense that they had. So defense definitely got to be our staple in winning games this year. And what they did is create a monster. When they went out there and got Christian Wilkins, and before the year before that, you go get Spillane, and I'm telling you, and you hit on your draft picks, which do we know if we hit this year? We're still waiting to see. Still waiting to see. But there's some talent out there. Tyree Wilson's, you know what I mean? Morig. You know, we went out there and got guys we felt can come in and help us. So let me shut the fuck up and let's go ahead and dive in to what these gentlemen say about this team. And I'm going to break it down and show y'all how this coaching staff, not just the coaching staff, the players and coaching staff are creating a monster on the defensive side of the ball. Let's go.
Last year, this defense really kind of turned a corner from previous years. Did you kind of see that coming? And what were the core principles that kind of went into that transformation?
Well, I mean, I think it all started with the guys we acquired in the offseason. We added a great middle of our defense with Epps and Spillane. And then just being familiar with Patrick and playing to the strengths of our defense, and then the change year, but we got better. We were getting better each week, and I think by the end you saw a great defense. I think that's what you're going to see this year. In fact, I know it's what you're going to see this year. When you talk about Max Crosby, you're talking about the best defense player in the league. Probably in the history that I've ever seen. Now, I've only been around it 30 years, but I mean, he's that good. And then you add Christian Wilkins, who arguably is the best tackle in football. I mean, they're going to impact you. But the biggest thing is their work ethic stands out. Like they are gym rats to a core. And like you're talking about, like old school players, I mean, they really are. When I had Sapp and Burgess, they were sagging the quarterback every other snap. We just weren't scoring much. But they're phenomenal, and they do set the tone. And Robert Spillane is another guy that, Champ Kelly and those guys identified and went after and got him right in the middle of your defense, him and Epps. I mean, it's a great core. And, you're going to see Kuntz just take off like crazy because, I mean, if it's me, I think I'm going to put all the protection on the other side. But, Kuntz is going to wear you out. Like, he is going to wear you out. So it's a great group. It's been fun. Guys love each other. They're working hard. They're getting better. Patrick Graham's been in his lab, and it's going to be fun to watch this defense. And, whatever people say, good luck.
Whatever people say, good luck. This is the ingredients to a defensive gumbo. Let me put it in that terms. This is the ingredients of a defensive gumbo. And what I mean by that, it has everything that you like. You have the coaches that some of them formerly played. Some of them were head coaches at one point. You have the players that emulate what the coach's demeanor is. And you put that on the field with a scheme that's suited for their skill sets, so you get the best out of them instead of putting them in a predicament where you trying to make their weakness their strength, and it just doesn't work like the former regime. This is a ingredient for a gumbo, a defensive gumbo unlike no other. And Rob Ryan knows why, because the last time the Raiders had a top 5-10 defense when Rob Ryan was the defensive coordinator. Facts. Warren Sapp, Derek Burgess, like he mentioned those guys. We had a defense. We couldn't score points. Our offense was trash. Now this year we're hoping that our offense catches up to our defense, but we'll address the offense on Monday and then and break that down to see what they're building on the offensive side. But on the defensive side, we are creating a monster. We are Dr. Raderstein in the lab. Bolts and nuts and bolts and nuts and screws and anything you could think of to create something that's just horrendous and blood chilling and get after it and stalk you, Michael, in the fucking mode of Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, just hunt you down at night when everybody's asleep and just terrorize you. That's this defense. Everything that you need, every ingredient you need to create a monster is on this team. They went out in the offseason. They got free agents. They got draft picks that suits what it is that the vision of AP is. I want a team to get after it. Not to mention Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator who's conducting this orchestra. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, the more I dive deep into it, the more I break it down and assess everything that this defensive side of the ball is made up of, is everything that you would need to make this shit happen. The work ethic, the NFL IQ, the football IQ. You know what I mean? The developing a bond and a chemistry with your fellow defensive brothers, so you can move as one, as instead of individually, you move together. You know what I mean? You go out there and get pieces, free agency, whether it's a Christian Wilkins or a Spillane. Then you go out there in the draft, you go get a Tyree Wilson, and you add other key figures to this potentially just gruesome defense that just nobody wants to face. Makes offenses sweat the night before, thinking, how in the fuck is we gonna counter this? Or in proper English, how in the fuck are we going to counter this? You feel me? So it's a lot that they added, that they brought along. The coordinators. You got the coordinators on the defensive side that played either in college or pros. You got mentors that AP brought along that he can turn to. But we're gonna get into that. I'm not gonna break it all down now. We're gonna get into it for real. The QB must go down, and he must go down hard. Tony Shepard, mwah, that's a beautiful statement made by Al Davis. That's the first thing I thought of when AP was saying that we got to get to Mahomes. We gotta put hands on him. And then they want to pussy up and be like, oh, the league need to look into that. All you pundits out there from wherever the fuck you from that say, oh, the league need to go ahead and look into the Raiders, talk about they need to hit Mahomes. Fuck you and fuck the boat you rode in on. You scary sons of bitches. You hacky sack in the park ass motherfuckers. Scared of some contact in a sport that's a contact sport. Get your bitch ass up out of here. And we still gonna put hands on Mahomes. Believe, and any other quarterback we face, we putting hands, helmets, shoulders, knees, and toes on all these motherfuckers. So stop trying to ring the alarm. Oh, the league needs to go ahead and investigate this. Fuck that shit. Investigate these nuts. Figure out why they defy gravity and they don't touch the ground as long as they hang down. You feel me? Go investigate that. Investigate why my nuts don't touch the ground. Then that's something else that you can go look into. But as far as these quarterbacks we face, all of them is getting the business. Oh, Mahomes is the face of the NFL. Why they don't look into the Raiders? But fuck your NFL and fuck your quarterback of choice, because we're putting them on their ass. That's the way the game is supposed to be played. You sitting there being pussified. Oh no, ring the alarm. Call 911. The Raiders are into. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We know what we're doing. We don't care if you like it or if you don't. We don't care if you write a letter to the commissioner saying, no, we need to be investigated. Man, come on. It's the nation, bruh. Everybody in the nation has been investigated at least one time in their life. And if they have not been, they will be. You know what I mean? I remember one time I had this discussion with this Niner fan. And I told y'all this story before. But it's funny because the shit fits so perfectly. I'm telling them we were arguing back and forth. This is about, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago, somewhere around there. So we in the office and we talk about the Raiders and Niners. I'm like, well, shit. I said, even Jesus was a Raider fan. And then him not knowing, he was like, laughed. Jesus wasn't a Raider fan. You got to go to jail to be a Raider fan. I said, point indeed. Not knowing Jesus went to jail. So you know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. It's the meek that shall inherit the earth, and it's time for us to inherit the earth. It's time for the nation to inherit the earth. We've been down for so long, but only for so long. Not permanently, but for so long. Well, that time has come. That time that every time all you fan bases pointed fingers, said the Raiders wasn't going to win more than 6 games. Ha ha, hee hee. You guys ain't good enough to make playoffs. Hee hee, ha ha. You ain't got no head coach that's functionable. Hee hee, ha ha. You got to play on a baseball dirt field in the beginning of the season. Hee hee, ha ha. The laugh last. That what's the old saying go? He who laughs last best. And guess what? We about to laugh all over y'all. We are creating. Matter of fact, we're not creating a monster. We have created one. Present tense. We have created one. You know about Max Crosby. You know about Christian Wilkins and Spillane and then the new additions we added. Not just that, you know Patrick Graham is in the lab tinkering with the defense like, how can I make this better? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, bruh. While y'all just stay pat with the shit that you already got, we trying to get better. We adding players to get better. We're tweaking the scheme probably, and I heard that there's some wrinkles, but they ain't gonna let it be known until we see it out on the field. But we come on now, that's just common knowledge. You get new weapons to add to your defense. You're figuring out ways. How can I utilize this guy to be more dominant in this scheme than the scheme he came from? So of course, Patrick Graham is tinkering, making things happen, coming up with concoctions and potions and, the eye of Newton, bat of wing. You know what I mean? He's in the lab creating some shit and utilizing the strengths of these defensive young men who are on this roster, sporting and rocking the silver and black to the fullest. You feel me? Eye patch with the hat to the back. What? They're not ready. They're not ready. And there's nothing you can do to get ready. How can you be ready for something you don't know? For the unknown? How? If I told you the world is going to end, how do you get ready for when all I say is the world is going to end, but I never tell you how? How are you going to get ready if you don't know how it's going to end? Well, guess what, NFL, and to the teams we face, the world is going to end this year for you. You just got to figure out how. If it's by fire, make sure you got a lot of water. If it's by drowning, make sure you got aqua scuba gear and all that good shit. You know what I mean? If it's by meteors hitting the earth, you make sure you get underground where the meteors can't get to you and hit you in your noggin. Knockout. You feel me? But you don't know how it's gonna end. You sitting and waiting, wondering, oh, what the Raiders about to do. Find out on game day. Matter of fact, find out at the end of the fourth quarter when it hits 0-0-0-0 and the score is 35-14. Then figure out how that happened. Hey, this team right here, this defense we're building, we ain't bullshitting. We ain't bullshitting. All right, y'all. That's enough of me running my mouth. Let's go ahead and continue on further with Rob Ryan because he says a lot that we all need to take in. Because he makes a lot of good points and he breaks it down as far as what this defense, our defense, what it is that they did to improve it and how much improvement will there be. So let's continue on with part two of this.
Trayvon is the most talented safety in football. Now he's just got to, bring it, and he's getting better each time. Now he's got a number change. Man, is he good now? But sometimes those number changes really change. But Epps has been great for him. Like, how'd that Philadelphia defense look without Epps? Oops, when you take a guy like that, a guy who knows the game, slows the game down for everybody, you take him away from the defense, it's a hard thing. The same thing happened to me in New Orleans when we went from, being great to horrible. But when we lost, Malcolm Jenkins. But he's that impactful. But Trayvon is, sky's the limit for him. We know how talented he is. But Epps is just that guy, that gritty guy, the gym rat, that makes everybody better.
Tyree Wilson had some injury issues last year that kind of held him back. What are your impressions of him moving now into year two?
I'll tell you what, all I see, I look out there and I see him and Andre Carter all the time. And, and he's been working hard. He's learning Andre's old pass rush moves. And so he's going to be a weapon as well. And he's got a great work ethic. And people don't realize the kid is so smart. That's another good quality to have. And along with those long vines that he's got, the game will slow down for him. His first year, sometimes you come in like a house fire, but sometimes it develops. Most of the time it takes a while for a young man to develop. And I think we'll see a lot of growth this year with him. He's a great kid. He works hard. He loves football. So we got the right guy.
Yes, indeed. And the one key, like I always tell you guys, the coaching staff, former players, Andre Carter, first round pick, 7th overall, defensive end pass rushing specialist. Working with Tyree, showing Tyree moves. That's the only thing that we knew that Tyree Wilson needed to go ahead and add to his repertoire. More moves, not just bull rushing. We need, you know what I mean? Other moves added, his what they call it, his tool bag. He has to add more tools to his tool bag. And then not just that, he was working with Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, and not your head coach, but your position coach is a former player who did it at a high level. I'm telling you, they're constructing and creating a monster. And they're not done. With this money, don't forget about the money that we got cap space wise. Just because they have not spent it does not mean they're not going to. And I think Telesco and them is playing it smart. They're doing it right. You wait. Why should I make a move now? When I know after the last preseason game, you got to cut down your roster from 90 to 53. Somebody's going to get cut that nobody in the world expected to get cut. He's gonna be towards the end of his prime, but still be productional, you know what I mean? And be able to bring to a team something that team lacks. Is it a corner? I don't know. Hey, speaking of corners, Jacorian, we'll get into what the camp shit after this. Let's continue on further. Let's have Rob Ryan discuss more in his interview that he had after, what was it, day 1 or day 2? Day 3 is today's Thursday. Today's the third and last day of mandatory minicamp. So let's listen to what Rob Ryan has to say before we move on to Antonio Pierce. Let's go.
Kuntz has always been super talented, like he really is, and he's a great kid. He just, if you brought him in here, you might think he's asleep because that's just kind of the way he looks. But oh my God, can he bring it? Like, he is such an athlete. He can turn the corner. I mean, he can do so many things, and he's been special. And to have Max as a tutor for him, and he needed some leadership like that. My first year when I was coaching him, I couldn't dip the corner that well, so yeah, he kind of waited. But now we got this Robbie Leonard, this D-line coach, is special. He's special. This guy's fantastic. He has a rapport with these players, and he's also smart enough to let our players lead, which is Max. Max makes everybody tougher. Max makes everybody better.
Guys like Jack Jones and Nick Hobbs could have fit in your
any system.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, and they are beautiful people now. They are something else. Like, sometimes you get some guys that are a little touched, but I tell you what, they can play. They can play, and you can throw that ball out there against Jack if you want to, but look out, because half the time he'll bring it back against you. So, and Hobbs, like his trading card, I don't know if guys collect cards, but his trading card, I don't know what position it says because he plays everywhere. And he's smart, he's tough, he's dependable, and has courage. He doesn't really. I love those guys that hit an offensive tackle, 200 pounds bigger, whip his tail and come off and make the tackle. It's like, nobody tell him you're not supposed to do that. Like, this guy's fantastic. So, in any system, any team would be lucky to have him for sure.
Bruh, I'm telling you, they got the blueprint. Shout out to my 2 cents, SoCal Sal, Freight Train in the building, my guy, man. Raider Paul in the house, man. What it do, my dude? Let me see who else we got up in here. Wild Turkey in the building, man. Salute. And Robert Pena, I agree with you 100%. The way AP is handling the stern of the ship, bruh, he's doing his thizzle. He's doing his damn thizzle. Everybody's accountable, and leave the egos at the door, because it's not about us, it's about we. And it's the same thing. Like every time I tell y'all, without you, there's no me, and without us, there's no nation. It's about us. We make up the nation. You, me, him, her, she, they, we, if, it, was. No, I don't know. I don't know what the. They're like, that motherfucker, make it up, motherfucker. What's the shit called that they be like? That's not my Hold on. What is it when they ask you, these motherfuckers nowadays? They say, what is your pronoun or whatever the fuck? It, was, it, she, shit. Nah, I don't know. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, I agree with you 100%, Robert Pena. AP. See, this is what happens when you're a former player that was. See, there's a difference of being a former player and then being a former player that was in a successful situation that overcame the odds to win a Super Bowl against highly favored Patriots when they had Randy Moss. You know what I mean? And it was not solely, it was mainly due to the defense side of the ball that changed that whole narrative. Look, if you look at the Super Bowls, it comes down to the defense. It comes down to the defenses. That's just, look, for instance, when the Raiders played Tampa Bay, when we traded John Gruden to motherfucking Tampa Bay, you know why Tampa Bay beat us? Because of their defense. Gruden knew exactly what to expect from the offense. And that's why Lynch and all them was getting excited. Oh, it's exactly what we were practicing for in practice. Of course. 5 interceptions, 3 of them were pick sixes. That's game. That's game, bro. You can't win a game with 5 interceptions, with 3 of those going to the house for 6. And that's exactly what happened to the Raiders against that damn Tampa Bay team with John Gruden at the helm. Because he knew how to put his defense in a position to be successful. Okay, now forward all the way to now, 2024, we got players and coaches to know how to put players in positions to be successful. Facts. We got players, coordinators, and coaches who know how to put players in positions to be successful. That's the key. Put them in the right spot so they can make a play. Spillane is good at identifying that and putting his teammates, hey, go over here. They're doing this. Go over here. You go over here. You know what I mean? That's Spillane's good at doing that. Another one, Rob Ryan just mentioned him. Old safety we got from Philly. He may not have hella interceptions, but he's very good at putting players in positions to make plays. What's the difference? Me getting the interception or me telling the guy to go to a certain spot where he ends up getting the interception? I should get an assist, right? That should be an assist like basketball. Who's more important in basketball? The point guard that passed it to Michael Jordan or Michael Jordan that went up and dunked it? Shit, I got him the ball. You feel me? I'm included on that shit. I say the same thing in football. If I'm on defense and I'm directing traffic and I'm telling my guy, look, go here. This is what I'm seeing. Go here. And he goes there and he gets the interception, pick 6. Shit, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have been there. And if it wasn't for his athletic ability to go ahead and make that call and make that play on the ball, it wouldn't have been a pick 6. So in conjunction, we work together as a unit. That's football. Football is the most team sport you can play. There's no other sport out there that's more team than football. Period. Other sports, they go both ways. They play offense and defense. Football, you're responsible for your position and your position only. You're not going to play wide receiver and corner. It's rare that happens. And shout out to everybody out there that think that Jack Jones is going to play wide receiver this season. Not going to happen, bro. He was out there doing what he was asked to do. I heard that other positions was doing the same thing. That was on defense, linebackers to be mentioned, that were out there doing defense in camp, but then went over to the offensive side of the ball just, fill those voids to go up against the defense. So I'm not tripping off of that. So yeah. So let's continue on further. Yes, indeed, man. There's a lot of good shit to cover. Now we're gonna go into AP. And he's gonna add on to what see, Rob Ryan said all this shit either yesterday or the day before. The shit we about to hear from AP was at Media Day on Monday. So you see the conjunction and how both what he said and Rob Ryan said coincides with each other, and it makes perfect sense. Everything we hearing is the truth. When more than one person is saying the same shit, that's the truth, bro. That's the truth. So without further ado, man, let's get into AP, aka Antonio Pierce, aka the bald head nut. Let's go.
When your best players believe, it's easy for everybody else to fall in line, right? So I think for me, you deliver the message, you don't harp on it, you empower your coaches, your coordinators, and then your players to own it. And, I think the cool thing about this whole situation is, okay, AP got, I had the vision, I had the plan, but there's no plan and no vision without people. We have the right people in place, both with our staff, our players, the guys that we drafted, the guys that we brought in through free agency. They understand what the Raider way is. That was our number one conversation. Do you get the culture that we're setting and that we're building? And the best part about it, it's not AP setting the culture. It's the players, it's the building, it's everybody doing it. It's collective, and that's what you're seeing. And our players really relish on guys that they can relate to, that been there and done it, but more importantly, that have the love for the game. And more importantly than all that, they want to be here. EA hit on it. This is different.
Yeah.
AP's is different. I'm a different coach. I get it. It takes a different individual for us all to work together. But it's okay for you to be different.
Right.
You could be you, because I'm going to be me, but we're going to do it collectively the same way with the message. Like I always keep going back to the vision, the philosophy, and the culture that we want to build here.
The realest shit he ever spoke. That's the realest shit, bruh. Be you. I'm going to be me. But as a collective, we're going to get the job done together. You don't have to be like me. I don't have to be like you. Be comfortable in the skin you're in. Shout out to Cameo, Skin I'm In. If y'all don't know about Cameo, old funk group, man, in the 80s, hey, go listen to that song. It's speaking some real shit. The skin I'm in. Got to be comfortable in it. From the coaches to the players. You go out there and if you get the leading players to follow your path, to follow your direction, everybody else is gonna fall in line. The truest shit he ever spoke. AP, no, that's what I'm saying. That's not coming from a guy who just now figuring out. This is coming from a guy who's seen it happen. He's seen it happen with the Giants. He sees what happens when the best players fall in line, and then you see the rest of the roster do the same thing, follow in line behind them. That's what you need. Guys that buy in, that's down for the training, down for the blood, sweat, and tears, just to be great. And it's not being individually great, it's being individually great in a system. With the machine. What the fuck use is your car if you got an engine and no transmission? The fuck is the use of your car if you got spark plugs but no motherfucking gas? The machine as a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. That's the truest shit that you can ever say that explains teamwork. It's not about individual accolades. It's about us together coming as one, moving as one, and getting the job done. That's this defense. They are creating a monster. Let's continue on further, man. We're not done. AP part 2 with this roster and the things that make this roster as special as what is going to end up being this season. Yes, indeed. Let's go, Raiders.
I always say, players need to be coached up and coaches need to be coached up, right? Swallow your pride, check your ego at the door. I got 2 gentlemen that have been in the National Football League over 75, 80 years. I'll be a fool not to bring them in the building.
Right.
Not just for me, but for our coordinators. You know who's benefiting more than AP from Marvin Lewis? Patrick Graham. Who had one of the best defenses of all time?
Yeah.
The Baltimore Ravens with Marvin Lewis running the show.
Yeah.
How about we pick his brain? Then you got Joe Philbin, who was in that system that Lou Getzky's bringing here way back with the Packers, been a head coach, been through his ups and downs throughout his career. Just came from college, so he took a step back, came here. So now he has fresh ideas. And I think the best thing about our staff is that we get together, we go in that room, it's a round table, we throw things against the wall. Some things stick, some things don't, but everybody goes in there with open mind. Check your ego again at the door. Your way ain't the only way, and we'll find the right way.
And that right there, man, sums it up. Sums it up. Like I said, this is the blueprint for success. And right now, we're just focusing on the defensive side of the ball this episode. Like I said, Monday, we'll follow it up with the offense, the juggernaut that they're trying to build. And it's going to take time. But you know what's going to help them get there? Our defense. Our defense. Now, to address the things that we hear about camp, yes, it's true the offense is not looking good. Yes, it's true that neither quarterback, Aiden O'Connell or Minshew, is looking good. Both having interceptions. Aiden O'Connell having multiple back-to-back days with INTs. Jacorian Bennett. Shout out to Jacorian Bennett because, like I said, you can't be mad at the offense making mistakes like this, considering the defense they're going up against. And I like the fact that I'm hearing Jacorian Bennett 2 days in a row picking off passes, both from Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. It seems like, okay, even though it's just they're in draws, they're out there in the dunts making plays and shit. You know what I mean? But slow motion is better than none. Something is better than nothing. And if that something is positive, build on it. That's what these players got to do. They got to build on that something. Us fans, we like, oh, that ain't nothing, and just discard it. Like you can't learn from it. You know what I mean? You can learn from it. There's a lot you can learn. You can learn from, like, the offense is going to learn from getting their ass whooped by our defense. Our defense is going to be one of the most elite defenses in the NFL this season. Our offense is blessed, lucky to go up against that. Why? Because the old saying, and everybody didn't heard it, iron sharpens iron. You're going to keep going up against this defense to the point where they're going to make you so good that there's not going to be no defense out there that even can fucking cause a hiccup in your play calling and what you're trying to do. Because you done already seen the best. The best done already try to stop you. That's why I said I don't get upset. I'm not mad that Aiden and fucking Gardner both had interceptions. I'm not mad at that. Matter of fact, I'm glad it's happening. Can you imagine going through with camp with no interceptions and you get so full of yourself that when the regular season starts, that's when you start throwing those motherfuckers? Come on, bro. I'm the one that looks at it that angle. Defense, hey, Max Crosby, all y'all, hey, keep getting on the offense helmet. Keep pressing their ass. Make them feel uncomfortable, because this is the only way. When teams try to do that to us and we don't show no motherfucking, we ain't showing no kind of signs that it's bothering us, and we still go out there and function correctly, the defense did their job during camp, during practice, during mini camp. You know what I mean? You did your job. You made this offense better than what it was. And that's what's so fucking beautiful about this team, is that we have a defense that's expected to take the next step, to be not a great defense, but an elite defense. Is right there at the grasp. We got the players to do it. We got the coaching staff to get it out of them. All they got to do is go out there and do it. I can't wait. I'm telling you, I can't wait, bro. I need the preseason to get cracking so I can go to these preseason games and watch exactly what these new booties are going to get out there and do. I'm telling you, if everything is going to fall in place the way it sounds like it is, like there's steps and procedures on what they're trying to do. This mandatory minicamp has nothing to do with being analyzed, from what I'm hearing. They're implementing the system. This is a new offense. There's going to be some wrinkles in the defense. Is that for our eyes? Nope. I don't think it's for our eyes. I think it's for their eyes only. And for whoever we play, hey, bring you an extra Bible, a crucifix, and some holy water. Because I'm going to tell you, we're going to have to exercise your demons after this game, because we about to put your ass to the cross. Facts. This team is not bullshitting. If the defense is your strength, okay, we're going to use this defense to make sure the whole team is the strength. Well, how can you do that, Lunatic? Easy. Like I just said, you make sure that first string offense goes up against the first string defense, and to keep doing it. What Marshawn Lynch say? Over and over and over and over and over again until they get it. The defense is going to make this offense so outstanding. The so-called experts ain't going to know what hit them. But I'm telling y'all now, shout out to everybody out there, man, that's watching. I appreciate y'all. This is Raider Sunrise Live with your boy, Lunatic Raider. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like. Hey, leave a comment if you want to, and share the video, man. Let's get the analytics to do its thizzle. You know what I mean? but it's doing this thing, y'all. We're working our way to 2,000. Once we hit 2,000, we're doing 2 free jersey giveaways, custom jerseys at that. Choose the name, the number, home or away, and the size, and Lunatic got you. We're going to do 2 of those when we hit 2,000. We're moving up steady. But yes, indeed, man. If you're out there and you ain't subscribed, man, please do so. And you're always welcome here Monday through Friday, right here. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, the stuff that AP and Rob Ryan is it all, when you put the puzzle together, it all makes up a vision. And we know what that vision is. We want to totally dominate people that we face. Total domination is the only thing we ask for. We're not trying to ask for no handouts and to be patted on the back. Good job. Nice tackle. Get the fuck off me. I got another tackle to make on this next play. And another one. Sound like DJ Khaled. And another one. And another one. Yeah, exactly. So shout out to y'all, man, for pulling up and hanging out with your boy this morning. I appreciate it. Once again, if you have not done so, please subscribe to the channel. And like I say, tomorrow, What the Fuck Friday, we going down. We're going to discuss some of these wretched ass claims and assessments that some of these old bottom feeding ass outlets that made. But hey, Lunatic got y'all. I'm gonna be on that helmet like a motherfucker with no Vaseline. So with that being said, man, shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. I hope y'all have a blessed Thursday. Do what you came here to do and get it done. You feel me? So with that being said, I'm Lunatic Raider, Raiders Allegiance. You have been watching Raider Sunrise Live with your favorite light-skinned, green-eyed son of a bitch. Yes, indeed, Lunatic Raider. I'll see you guys on the flip side. High five on the black side. Yes, go. Hey, I'm Lunatic Raider, Raiders Allegiance, mate. I'm out this bitch. Hey, let's go Raiders. You bitch you.